Good afternoon, basketball fans, and welcome to Weber High School Gymnasium, where the third place game was just completed and was won by the Woodlawn Cardinals as they finished the game on a 19-0 run after being down by 6. And they win the game over Grayville 66-56 to win the third place trophy here this afternoon at the Midland Trail Conference Tournament. Consolation championship was won this afternoon by Red Hill as they beat Wayne City by just a few points. And we're moments away from having the presentation of the cheerleading trophies, and then after we do the cheerleading trophies, then the teams for the championship game will be running out on the floor, which of course are the Weber Trojans and the Waltonville Spartans. But quite a third place game that was just completed. Grayville had a wonderful effort out there, and they led this game 52-46 with about 2.5 minutes left. And like I said, Woodlawn goes on a 19-0 run, unbelievable run, and then finally Grayville gets a final basket there right at the end for the final score of 66-56 in favor of the Cardinals as they win the third place trophy here this afternoon. My broadcast partner Ron Stannard will be joining me here in just a moment. We're excited to bring you the championship game here this afternoon, as it's going to be a battle between really two outstanding teams in the Midland Trail, and that's the way it ought to be, as you've got undefeated Waltonville at 16-0 against the Weber Trojans at 16-2. And oddly enough, here we are on the 25th day of January, and those two teams have not played each other this year at all in the regular season. And, of course, they will only play once in the regular season. So they had not met yet, so they don't meet at all until today, and here they are about to meet in the championship game of this year's Midland Trail Conference Tournament. Great crowd here today on both sides of the gym here at Weber High School. One of the largest crowds that I've ever seen. And they're going to have the presentation of the cheerleading trophies right now, and it looks like the Wayne City Indians are getting a trophy. So congratulations to those girls. We'll follow along here with the public address announcer Matt Strain, who's also the athletic director here, and has been doing a great job with the organization and the operation of the tournament this week.
And second place in this year's cheer competition, the Woodlawn Cardinals.
Woodlawn Cardinal cheerleaders are the second place team here in the Midland Trail Conference Tournament. Wayne City cheerleaders were third. We saw some of the judges here the other night judging. And the Waltonville Spartan cheerleaders are selected as the championship cheerleading squad for this year's Midland Trail Conference Tournament as they come forward and receive their plaque. And as you would expect, they're rather excited. All right. Now we'll have both teams run out here in just a moment to get warmed up for this afternoon's championship game. Things have been running pretty well on time. Not bad at all when you have 3 games. They've been running pretty well on time. Ron is back from the hospitality room. Ron, how was it?
Top notch.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that would make my ratings.
Yeah, Matt Strain, athletic director, and all the girls that have been working behind the scenes there on that hospitality room. They've done a wonderful job. We appreciate that.
Yeah,
appreciate the hospitality. And
when you've got multiple crock pots to choose from, you're doing great.
It's a good day when you have multiple crock pots, right? That's for sure. All right. Well, we have both teams about to enter the gymnasium here for this championship game, and undefeated Waltonville Spartans about to enter to our left. Again, they come in with a record of 16-0, and here they come. This will be the final game that they will play before their big weekend next weekend when they will take on 2 3A basketball teams. They'll play at Marion on Friday night, and then they'll play against Centralia on Saturday afternoon.
It's like being a member of the South 7 Conference for one weekend.
Next week they will be. You're exactly right. Next weekend they will be. So the Spartans are warming up. We're waiting for the Weber Trojans to enter the floor. I was mentioning while you were away, Ron, that this is the first meeting between these two teams this year, and here we are on the 25th day of January, but they have not yet played.
Right, and they're going to play again in 10 days on a makeup game on February the 5th. But
right.
This game is for the Midland Trail Conference Tournament Championship.
Yes.
And that game 10 days from now will have a lot to say about who wins the Midland Trail
regular
Conference
season
for the year. Yeah,
you are exactly right.
I mean, let's be honest, Randy. This year, this is the cream of the crop in the Midland Trail Conference, and most of these kids on both sides are underclassmen.
That's the scary thing. That's the scary thing. You don't see a big long bevy of seniors on either one of these.
Senior
teams.
night is going to be short at Woodlawn this year, and Weber Township and Waltonville.
Yeah. Adam Cross is in the hospitality room holding down things in there.
Yes, he is.
How many cookies did you escape with?
I went for the banana bread.
The banana bread.
Yeah.
I missed that.
Yeah.
Did you sneak me one?
No.
I didn't see that.
Cookies last night were excellent at Nashville Invitational Tournament.
Oh.
What a game that was we did last night.
Oh, that was great. You can go back and watch that on the archives if you'd like. It was quite a battle in the semifinals of the National Invitational Tournament. Came right down to literally the last second shot as Marion was able to hold on and beat Breeze Central by 2 points last night in that one. And, we were happy to be there last night at the Assembly Hall to bring you that one. And equally excited to be here this afternoon in a packed gymnasium here to watch this matchup. First matchup of the year between Waltonville and Weber, and it's for the big trophy today.
Looks like this matinee basketball is going to be pretty popular today.
I like it. And, this is one of those special Saturdays here in Southern Illinois where you have so many midwinter tournaments, hitting their crescendo tonight with championship games.
Yeah, I mean, a basketball junkie could watch this game and then get in his car and just have his choice of where he wants to go watch more basketball tonight.
Well, it's one of those days where you really want to be cloned, because think about all these championship games there are around the area tonight. Up at the Salem Invitational Tournament tonight, you've got Mount Vernon and Centralia playing for the title. Over at Nashville, where we were at last night, you've got Marion and Waterloo playing for the title. Down at Benton tonight, you've got Benton against Meridian in the championship. And at Sparta tonight, you've got Pinckneyville and Murfreesboro.
Yeah, that's going to be a good game right there.
So that's an interesting one, too.
They got a tournament at Oakville.
And that's going to be Westland against Columbia.
That's two good teams.
That's an outstanding tournament as well. So, there's 5 places where you'd probably like to be tonight. And it's like, what do? You just draw a name out of a hat, I guess, huh?
Carmi's got a tournament going on. Fairfield's going to play Harrisburg over there tonight. That's
a third-place game, Fairfield and Harrisburg. I think it might be the 2 Indiana teams that are in the championship.
Could be.
Yeah, could be. But anyway, we've got a good one here coming your way this afternoon between Waltonville and Weber. And we're going to take a short time out, let you meet some of our sponsors, and we'll be right back to tell you more about this game as we lead up to the championship here on AreaSports.net.
Southern Illinois Tile and Carpet Supply in Mount Vernon is ready to help you update your home. Need new carpeting? They have many styles and colors in stock, as well as expert installation. Add beauty to your home with new hardwood or vinyl planks available at Southern Illinois Tile and Carpet. They will completely transform the look of any room in your home. Update your bathroom with a custom shower. There are many tile styles and colors to choose from. Does your kitchen need a facelift? You can get a new backsplash, flooring, and more at Southern Illinois Tile and Carpet Supply, 513 South 10th Street in Mount Vernon. Open 6 days a week.
Do you have a check that needs deposited and don't have time to make a trip to the bank? No problem. With Mobile Deposit at People's National Bank, just snap a picture of the check with your smartphone, and with a couple of clicks, it's deposited into your account. Depositing a check with a PNB 2Go mobile banking app is just that easy. Just tap, snap, and deposit. Plus, it's free. Download the PNB 2Go mobile banking app today to get started. People's National Bank. We make banking easy. Member FDIC. Wireless or service fees may apply.
King City RV in Mount Vernon is your one-stop shop for maintenance and repair of your RV. Whether it's a bumper camper, fifth wheel, or motorhome, Bill Schulte and the staff at King City RV can help you. They provide winterizing of your RV, washing and waxing services, service work on brakes and tires, repair or replace awnings, service work on your slide-outs, and much more. They even repair and clean horse trailers at King City RV, 801 Dogwood Drive on the south edge of Mount Vernon. Call area code 618-731-6185 for King City RV.
Welcome back here to Weber High School in Blueford. It's the site for today's championship game of the 2025 Midland Trail Conference Tournament. I'm Randy Olson courtside along with Ron Stannard. And again, both these teams not only have outstanding records, but both of them are ranked in the top 20 in Class 1A, according to the latest Nesto Hoops rankings, which he puts out weekly and which we post weekly on our Facebook page, AreaSports.net, if you follow us there. The Waltonville Spartans number 3 in the state in Class 1A with their undefeated record of 16-0.
And another thing, Randy, Nathaniel Marlowe for Weber Township and Gage Peterson for Waltonville, they played basketball together in the summertime.
They did. They
Sound
did.
on the same team.
They did. We'll talk about that here in just a second. Weber, number 20 in the state in Class 1A in the rankings as they come in at 16-2. But you're right, they played on that AAU team, and they were national champions on that AAU team, which was played down in Orlando, Florida. And, they played against some great competition in the summer, which just had to make them a lot better. Basketball.
Yeah, and they're probably planning on doing that again this year, and then they'll both be back next year playing against each other.
Right.
As seniors.
Well, and then the other unique thing about this is you see the captains and the coaches and officials meeting there at midcourt is you've got 3 players about to play in this game that have all scored at least 1,000 points.
Yeah.
And none of them are seniors.
Right. All three of them have a legitimate shot at 2,000 points.
That's right. They're all well on their way to 2,000 points, and all 3 of those players we're talking about are juniors.
This is a Jefferson County contest.
Absolutely it is, for sure. Red Hill, a new member of the Midland Trail just a couple of years ago. They got a trophy today as they won the consolation championship over Wayne City earlier. And then if you just joined us late, we'll tell you that Woodlawn came back from a 6-point deficit with 2.5 minutes to go, went on a 19-0 run and won it by 10, 66-56.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a team be 6 points down with 2.5 minutes to go and go on a 19-0 run?
I can't say that I have, man.
That was impressive.
I come right after a timeout by Coach Cooper, so I don't know what he said to him, but man,
I don't know.
He need to bottle that.
Yeah, he must have had some lighter fluid or something over there because he lit a flame. No question about that, because they really came out fired up and went on a 19-0 run before Grayville finally got one more bucket before the end of the game.
Wow.
And if you're the Bison, you got to feel kind of deflated. Knowing that you just about had that game in the bag there, a 6-point lead with 2.5 minutes to go, but you couldn't close it out.
Yeah,
just couldn't close it out. But a good effort though by the Bison as they played some great basketball today and really challenged Woodlawn and made them have to scramble back to get that one. All right, we're going to step aside again, let you meet a few more of our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
When you are looking for an attorney who can give you honest and dependable advice, look no further than Olson & Reeves in Mount Vernon. At Olson & Reeves, they practice law in a variety of areas, including traffic tickets, personal injury, criminal law, as well as estate planning, wills, and probate. If you have a real estate transaction, Mount Vernon Title Company also resides inside Olson & Reeves, so you get sound legal advice. Olson & Reeves, attorneys at law, and Mount Vernon Title Company. For more information, call area code 618-316-7322. It's the heating season, and Wayne White Propane and Sporting Goods has you covered with fast, reliable propane delivery service for your home or farm. And if you need those propane bottles filled for your grill or camper, Wayne White Propane and Sporting Goods can do it. Looking for a wide selection of guns and ammunition? You'll find it at Wayne White Propane and Sporting Goods. You can even search online through their website at WayneWhitePropane.com. And don't forget, they also sell propane grills, smokers, and deep fryers at Wayne White Propane and Sporting Goods.
Jagger's Doggy Daycare. Your dog's home, away from home.
Are you going on a vacation soon or perhaps a weekend getaway? Jagger's Doggy Daycare in Mount Vernon is your dog's home away from home, featuring an outside turf playground that your dog is going to love. And if your dog needs grooming or obedience training while it's here, we can handle that too. In fact, we've even got a presidential suite with flat screen TV and ceramic tile. Check it out on our website.
Jagger's Doggy Daycare.
When choosing a bank, it's important to know that local matters. Local people making local decisions that support our local communities. That's why Community First Bank of the Heartland is proud to be Jefferson County's hometown bank. With branch locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, and Dix, we make it convenient to serve all of your banking needs. Call us today at 244-3000 and let us know how we can assist you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Andrea Baker, the broker owner at King City Property Brokers, is a proud graduate of Weber High School, and she's actually a member of their Hall of Fame. Andrea is happy to sponsor this game and cheer on the local teams. At King City Property Brokers, Andrea and all of the realtors there are happy to help you with your real estate needs, whether you are a buyer or a seller. Visit their new location on Salem Road in Mount Vernon, or visit their website to see many residential homes, acreage, or commercial properties that they have listed. You can call them at area code 618-316-7331. That's King City Property Brokers in Mount Vernon.
Hey, welcome back here to Weber High School in the championship game of the Midland Trail Conference Tournament. If you are watching with us this afternoon here on AreaSports.net, whether it be on our website or on our YouTube channel, send us a message through our Facebook page, AreaSports.net on Facebook. Get on Messenger there. And send us a message. Let us know where you're watching from and who you're rooting for this afternoon, all right? We'd love to hear from our viewers this afternoon. This is kind of a neat Saturday afternoon matinee championship game, and so we like to communicate with some of you and let you tell us where you're watching from and who you're rooting for here on this Saturday afternoon, where we have finally got above the freezing mark. And that's a welcome relief, isn't it?
You know, yeah, that's probably got something to do with the size of this crowd, too.
It
the
might.
fact that it's 40 degrees outside, it feels like 50 because it's been so cold.
Yeah, no question about that. And, I don't know whose idea it was to do these trophy games in the morning and the afternoon like they have today, but I think it was a brilliant idea because with all these other midwinter tournaments going on in the area tonight, you know that crowd tonight is going to be sliced and diced because people have to make a choice on where they're going to go, whereas you have this tournament like this afternoon right now. You can go to this tournament today and then still go to another tournament tonight if you choose to.
Absolutely.
So this was a very smart move here by everybody involved here with the Midland Trail Conference, and so
that's why some of these officials,
hats off to them.
Some of these officials that refereed these 3 games today may have a game somewhere tonight.
I think that might play into it somewhat too. It very easily could.
Speaking of officials, we can get that
go right ahead.
Out of the way here. We got
go right ahead.
Kenny Kisner from Mount Vernon and Matt Miller from Mount Vernon, and we got Brett Oxford over there. Brett is from Hardin County.
Hardin County. Well, he made a big trip.
He did. Yeah. He's come a long way.
Hey, Braden is watching us this afternoon all the way from Cape Girardeau, and he is rooting for the Weber Trojans and Coach Helm. So,
all right.
Great to have you on the broadcast there, Braden. Thanks for sending us a message and letting us know who you're rooting for and where you're watching from. How's everything Cape Girardeau? I assume it's probably warmer down there even than it is here. So, everybody looking forward to getting rid of this ice, I think. I think we sure
I don't know, though. They got 9 inches of snow in Destin, Florida.
That was crazy. It's all melted now, though, but that was a totally new experience for all of them down there because they had no shovels, they had no ice, they had no plows. They didn't know what to do. So a lot of them were stranded for a while. Let's talk about how both teams got here, Ron. The Waltonville Spartans got here in this game today by beating Patoka Odin in their first round game of the tournament, 67-52, and then they beat Grayville on Thursday night in a game that we broadcast here, 71-41. They won that one over Grayville. Weber Trojans beat Sisney in their first round of the tournament, 66-45, and then they beat Woodlawn on Thursday night in the semifinals, 60-51, to put them here in tonight's championship game. They are starting to lower the flag from the center of the court here, and so we are going to be honoring America with the playing of our national anthem prior to this championship game. So we'll pause for that.
Midland Trail Conference Tournament. Today's championship matchup features the visiting Weber Trojans and the home team Waltonville Spartans. Please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
There we go, honoring America here this afternoon with the national anthem prior to introducing the players for today's championship game. And the fans in the gym will have to get used to the idea that the Weber Trojans are the visitors in their own gym this afternoon, Ron, because they are wearing the travel blue uniforms. That's just kind of how it worked out on the bracket. So,
yeah, that's different. We'll have to get used to that ourselves.
They'll be the visitors on the scoreboard this afternoon, and Waltonville will be the home team.
Probably go by the higher seed is always the home team. This is number 1, Waltonville against number 2, Weber Township.
Let's follow along as we meet the starting lineups for the Weber Trojans. Number 0 is Caden Richardson. He's a 6-foot junior. Also for the Trojans, number 3 is Waylon Jones, a 5'11 junior. Also starting for Weber is Brian Dalby. He's a 5'10 freshman. Number 30 is Kylan Mosier. He's a 6-foot junior. And rounding out the starting 5 is their leading scorer, Nathaniel Marlowe. Number 31, he is a 6'2 junior. So again, the Trojans go with Richardson, Jones, Dalby, Mosier, and Marlowe. And size-wise, Weber comes in at 5'10, 5'11, 6 foot, and 6'2. As you see the Weber Trojan cheerleaders here doing their opening cheer. And then we'll meet the Waltonville Spartans. Again, Weber coming in with a record of 16-2 on the season. And you know, we saw them early on in the year at that Christopher Thanksgiving tournament, Ron. And
yeah, they lost their first game of the year.
They lost their very first game of the year down there.
Since then, they're 16-1.
Right. But you talk about how much they have improved since then. It's unbelievable how much they've improved since then.
And, you know, that's to be expected with such a young team. But Coach Helm has done a great job in a very short period of time. They've come a long way.
Yes, he has. We may have a few people stand in front of us for just a moment here during the starting lineups of the Waltonville Spartans, but it'll be okay. They'll sit back down in a moment. So let's follow along here with the public address announcement as we meet the Spartans, who are one of only 4 undefeated teams left in the state of Illinois. They're 16-0. Witten Dever wears number 1. He's a 5'11 sophomore. Number 2 is Kyle Cooper, a 6-foot junior. Number 4 is Isaiah Lamke, a 5'11 senior. Also starting for the Spartans, one of the 2 big guys, Jagger Mayville. He is a 6'5 sophomore. And the other bookend big guy, number 23, Gage Peterson, 6'5 junior. So same starting lineup that Coach Anthony Lowry has employed all season long. It's Dever, Cooper, Lamke, Mayville, and Peterson. And size-wise, the Spartans are 5'11, 6 foot, 6'5, and 6'5, as you see the Waltonville Spartan cheerleaders with their opening cheer. Again, if you are watching us from wherever you might be, hop on our Facebook page, AreaSports.net on Facebook. Give us a follow there, and then go to our messenger on Facebook and send us a message and let us know where you're watching from and who you are rooting for. I'd love to hear from you this afternoon. I want to say hello to Pamela. She is watching from Kansas City, and she's cheering for the Waltonville Spartans, and she's especially interested in watching Jagger Mayville play this afternoon. So, Pamela, thanks so much for logging on and watching the game with us today, whether you're on our website or whether you're on our YouTube channel. We appreciate it.
Jagger, a member of our all left-handed team.
He is. He definitely is. So what do you think the keys are to the game besides putting the ball in the basket here, Ron?
That is the key to the game, Randy. You know, I say this every time, but big players show up for big games, so we'll see what Nathaniel has for us today, and Gage Peterson and Kyle Cooper and everybody else doing their job.
Those are kind of the keys for those 2 teams that are out there right now in this championship game. As we open up here with Waltonville with the basketball. And Isaiah Lamke has it. Out to Kyle Cooper as now we get the fans to sit down in front of us. Thank you very much. Peterson over to Dever. There's a cutter, and it's Peterson. He goes up on glass and scores, and he draws a foul. Gage Peterson caught the pass as he broke to the basket, kissed it off the window, and put it in.
Foul on Waylon Jones. Chance for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Eric is watching today. He says, let's go Spartans. I don't know if he's watching from home or if he's watching from the Waltonville VFW. They may have it on today.
Or he may be here in the gym.
Well, he could be. He could be. Thanks, Eric. Good to have you along on the broadcast. Free throw is missed by Peterson, so here come the Trojans with their first possession of this championship game. They got it out front to Waylon Jones. And looks like the Spartans going to open up in a, well, kind of a box and one, which we've seen that before because they got one guy guarding Nathaniel Marlowe, and it looks like it's going to be Jagger Mayville gets the assignment.
You know, both these teams had a day to prepare because those semifinals were on Thursday night.
And they get the ball to Marlowe, and now they doubled him. Now they triple him, and they take it away from him. And Jagger Mayville's got the basketball. Well, they're obviously going to pay a lot of attention to Nathaniel Marlowe as well. They should. He's been the leading scorer in definitely the southern half of Illinois and much of the state of Illinois this year. Peterson's posting up. They can't get it to him. Out to Lampke for a three ball. That's off the back iron, and the rebound is grabbed out of there by Marlowe, and here come the Trojans. Got his little brother playing with him this year, which is kind of cool. Jacob Marlowe, number 10, we'll see him out there.
Yeah, we'll see him probably maybe even this first quarter.
Yeah, he's a freshman. Dalby's got the basketball right now as they're trying to decide how to attack this this gimmick defense that the Spartans are putting on here. I'm sure they've seen several gimmick defenses against Marlowe this year. Yeah, they got
Mayville on
Marlowe, and everybody else is kind of zoning up a little bit here.
And they got Gage Peterson at the top of that zone.
Yeah, with that wide wingspan.
Yeah.
He's got those arms up. That's that makes it tough out there for sure. Here's Marlowe with it. He draws a double team as he tries to dribble. Good help defense there by the Spartans. You can tell they've worked on this.
Yeah.
Mosier for three out front. That won't go. And rebound by Peterson. Ahead to Cooper. Cooper takes it on the baseline, hit the side of the backboard, and the rebound's grabbed by Mosier.
I think that ball might have been blocked.
Marlowe now gets it ahead. They'll skip it over to Dalby. His shot's up, no good. And ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Trojans. They say it was last touch by Whit Endeavor. 5:16 to go here, opening quarter. Checking in to the game for Weber, number 11, is Grayson Fairchild. He's a 5'10 junior. He saw action the other night in the semifinal game. Trojans get it into Fairchild, and he almost loses the handle on it. And there's a steal almost by Peterson, but then he falls down, and Mosier dives after the basketball.
That's a great effort by both teams.
Yeah, they're hustling.
Yeah.
Everybody in the gym appreciates that, and
Here
they get the
comes
applause.
Jacob Marlowe on cue.
Yeah, here's a little brother, Jacob Marlowe, 6'1 freshman in the contest.
At the 5:09 mark of the first quarter.
He'll replace Caden Richardson in the lineup. 5:09 to play, opening quarter.
So Coach Helms already used 7 players.
Yes, he has.
In the first 3 minutes.
Trying to find that combination that's going to be best for him this afternoon. Here's Peterson giving it off to Dever, and he puts it up and in. Nice little give and go that time by the Spartans, and it results in a deuce. It's 4-0. Marlowe back in the front court for the Trojans. Goes down to Fairchild. He'll dribble it to the top. Now they'll give it to Little Marlowe. Over to Mosier. They don't have anybody in the paint posting up at all. Now they're going to put Little Marlowe down there. Yeah, that's pretty imposing having Peterson there at the top with his hands and arms in the air like that. That's
if this works, Randy, coaches will be saying, well, we could try that, and then they'll go, oh, wait a minute, we don't have 2 guys that are 6'5".
Exactly, and that's what you have to pull this off, is you got one 6'5 guy, Jagger Mayville, on Marlowe, their best player, and then you got the other 6'5 guys standing at the point.
Nice move.
But Marlowe finds a way to get around, and he scores, and Weber is on the board at the 4:05 mark. Well, Nathaniel Marlowe is one of those special type of players that no matter what defense you throw at him, he's going to find a way to score.
Yeah, he's a scorer.
Jagger Mayville has his shot blocked by Little Marlowe, and here comes Mosier with it for Weber. And then he gets fouled. And that's going to be the first foul of the game on the Spartans.
It's on Kyle Cooper.
It'll be out of bounds to Weber. Checking back in the game for the Trojans is Waylon Jones, replacing Fairchild. And probably Jones was getting a little instruction along the sideline there by Coach Helm or senior Coach Helm, so they can try to determine how they want to attack this whole thing here. Mosier's got the basketball. Over to Dalby. Now coming up to get it is Jacob Marlowe. Nathaniel's got it out the volleyball line as Mayville's on him. Yeah, Mayville's like his shadow this afternoon. If he goes get a drink of water, he's going to go with him. Yeah. Shot by Marlowe's good, but there you go. He's just that good of a basketball player that even when you got 6'5" player on him, all he needs is just a little bit of daylight to get that shot off, and that's what he had right there, and he took advantage of it. It's 5-4 Weber.
They set a pick and gave him a little bit of daylight, and boom.
That's all he needed. Wittendever on the other end. His shot is short, and on the rebound, we got a foul on the Spartans. And that's going to be on Mayville, his first. Second team foul on the Spartans.
Yeah. Jagger's going to have to stay out of foul trouble if he's going to guard Nathaniel the whole entire game.
Yeah, which brings up a good point, because the way that Nathaniel Marlowe likes to take it to the rack, he's got to be mindful of picking up the blocking foul against him. And that's going to be an offensive foul right there against Weber. That's going to be a moving screen.
That's 2 fouls on Waylon Jones already. He's having a seat.
Yeah, moving screen on Jones. That's his second and the second team foul on the Trojans here in the first quarter. 5-4 Weber after a 4-0 start by Waltonville. Spartans have it. Wittendever has it out the top to Peterson. Inside to Mayville. Works on his man. Back out to Peterson. Thinks about it. Back to Mayville again. He'll spin. Put up the left-handed hook. In and out. No good. Just wouldn't go down.
That was a nice move, but it wouldn't drop.
It's about halfway down, and then it spun out of there. Trojans back with the basketball to Marlowe. They go right side with it to Dalby. He'll put up a shot from the elbow, and he got it. Good-looking shot there by Dalby.
Yeah, freshman.
Trojans on a 7-0 run after being down 4-0. Let's see how the Spartans respond. Here's Kyle Cooper with it. And that's going to be a foul on Mosier. And that'll be 3 team fouls on Weber and the first foul on Mosier. Cooper looks to trigger it in for the Spartans. He comes into Peterson. Gage will hand it back off to Kyle, and Waltonville will set up their offense. Comes to Peterson. Here's a handoff to Dever. Back to Cooper. Tries to penetrate. Might have got stripped. Goes back up, scores.
Hang with it.
He stayed with it and muscled it up and in, and that's where all that weightlifting in the offseason comes into play, because he's able to grab that ball, get it back, and muscle it in.
He earned that one.
He did. Right corner pocket, the shot won't go for Dalby, and here's the rebound by the Spartans. Cooper back the other way. Wants to penetrate again and lost the handle and got fouled by Nathaniel Marlowe.
Yeah, that's the first one on Nathaniel.
And that's 4 team fouls now on Weber. So Waltonville is just 1 foul away from shooting here in this first quarter. Here's Peterson taking it inside the paint. Blocked by Nathaniel. Trojans push it the other way in transition.
Nice pass.
Beautiful feed down underneath to Dalby, and he scores. And give Marlowe the assist on that one. Nine to 6 Weber. Minute 21 to play in the first quarter. We got us a good game going on here. Here's Peterson.
Yeah, it's pretty intense, Randy.
It's real intense, and that's a charging foul on Gage Peterson. Mosier held his ground, and Peterson tried to force the issue, and he was called for the charging foul, and Waltonville wants timeout. Timeout, Waltonville. A minute 10 to go here in the first quarter of play. Trojans lead it by 3, and we'll be right back.
At Ohana Heating and Air, we treat you like family, because to us, you are. Whether it's keeping your home cozy during the winter or cool in the summer, Ohana's team is here to provide top-notch service every time. With expert technicians, affordable pricing, and a commitment to your comfort, we make sure your HVA system runs like new. Ohana Heating and Air, where quality meets care. Call today for your free estimate at 472-4738.
We are back live at Weber High School. Trojans with the basketball and leading it by 3, 9 to 6. Down underneath, there's Mosier, and he scores. And all of a sudden, the Trojans have opened up a 5-point lead. Under a minute to play here in this first quarter. Kyle Cooper with it. To Dever, now to Peterson. Peterson's double team, gets rid of it to Jagger Mayville. In the corner goes to Cooper. He'll drive baseline, goes up for the shot, missed it, follows his shot, back up and scores.
Wow, he's done that twice.
being relentless in there on the glass, and he sticks it back in, and it's back to a 3-point game.
All his points have come off rebounding his own shot.
I want to give a shout-out to Jessica, who's watching the game as she's traveling in the car to Kentucky, and she's rooting for the Spartans. She's watching the game in the car on YouTube, so glad to have you along, Jessica. She pointed out that she's not the one driving, though, so not watching YouTube and driving. As that shot's missed by Mosier. Here's Isaiah Lampke in the lane, won't go. Mayville tipped it back up, no good. Here's Dever with it, won't go. And rebound this time, Nathaniel Marlowe, and the buzzer sounds, and that's the end of the first quarter. After one, what a battle we got going on here in the Midland Trail Conference Championship game. The Weber Trojans leave Waltonville by 3 points, 11-8. And we'll be back in just a moment on AreaSports.net. Great basketball game thus far. 11-8 is the score after one. Ron Stannard, Randy Olson here. And Ron, what'd you think of that first quarter? What's your thoughts?
Oh, Randy, this is a heavyweight battle. It's got the feel of a rivalry game. This is like the Red Sox against the Yankees.
They're playing hard, aren't they?
Yeah, Duke, North Carolina. Both teams are just turned it up a notch.
Yeah, they're playing hard.
Yeah.
Several players with one foul, but the only player with 2 fouls is Waylon Jones, I believe, right?
Correct.
So as we start the second quarter of play, the Trojans will have the basketball first.
Right. Waylon's still on the bench with those 2 fouls.
If you just joined us, Waltonville jumped out 4-0, and then Weber went on a run to take the lead, and they've had it ever since. That hit the support beam up at the top, and that's out of bounds. It bounced off the rim, hit the support beam above the backboard, and you can't do that. That's out of bounds. So it'll be Spartans' ball. As Kyle Cooper brings it up. Into Peterson. Peterson guarded by Mosier, goes left side now to Cooper. He'll drive baseline. He's cut off, comes back to Jagger Mayville. Back to Peterson, and now out to Isaiah Lampke, and they'll reset.
Good defense by Weber cutting off that baseline.
Cooper has it, out to Lampke. He'll put up a 3, and it's good. Nothing but net for Isaiah Lampke, and he ties the game at 11-all.
That's huge.
They left him open, and he was able to just dial it up.
Nothing but net.
Hit the trifecta. Let's see how the Trojans answer now. With it out front is Jacob Marlowe. Down underneath, it goes to Dalby. Now back out to Nathaniel Marlowe. Draws a double team, and it's a steal by Lampke. He throws it ahead to Dever. Dever on the move, takes it up, and scores.
Nice.
And the Spartans have regained the lead here at 13-11. Big steal and a deuce there by the Spartans. 6:43 to go here in the first half. Mosier's got it now for Weber. Comes over to Nathaniel. He goes back to Mosier and throws it away. Threw it a little too strong that time. It's a unforced error, and the Spartans take advantage of it as Whitten Dever comes away. He gets it to Cooper. Cooper out to Peterson. Peterson thinks about it. Now it does put it up. From the elbow, and it's good. He hesitated for a second, and then he knocked it down. And timeout by Weber. We're trading timeouts and trading mini runs in this basketball game. 6:15 to go here in the first half of play. Back in 30 seconds. Back live at Weber as Nathaniel Marlowe takes it strong inside. He juggled it for a moment. Some people wanted a turnover, but he got hold of the basketball and stuck it in the hole, and the Trojans cut the lead back to 2.
That was a 7-0 run to start the second quarter by Waltonville, and ended by that basket by Nathaniel.
Here's Peterson with it in the corner. As it goes out of bounds, they say it's going to stay with Waltonville. Again, the Trojans are the visitors in their own gym here this afternoon during this championship game. They're wearing their dark blue, and they're the visitors on the scoreboard. Here's a drive, and the shot is up, and it rolls off the rim by Stewart, who came into the game.
Riley Stewart drives the baseline. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, we've never seen him do that before, have we? Yeah, when he comes in the game, he generally makes things happen, and you're right. He is kind of the baseline guru. And he draws the foul, and he'll be at the line for 2, and he makes the first one.
On our all-left-handed team, Riley Stewart.
That foul was on Dalby, and that's his first. Stewart with another one. Missed it. Marlowe had the rebound, falls on his back. He comes up a little bit gimpy and sore as Mosier's got the basketball. Mosier picked up by Peterson. Comes over to Nathaniel, who's still guarded by Jagger Mayville. They try to set screens for him, and when they do, there's help defense there for the double team, and he misses the shot, and there's a rebound by Peterson. Out to Cooper. Cooper in the lane, takes it all the way strong, and rolls off. Hung there for a second, and then rolled off, but he'll get 2 free throws at the charity stripe. And that foul is going to be charged to Dalby, I believe.
That'll be his second.
Be his second, yeah. And it's also 2 team fouls on Weber this quarter. As Kyle Cooper will be at the line. Buries the first one. Generally speaking, he's the person that you don't want to foul if you're the opposing team. But then he missed that free throw.
Jinxed him.
As soon as I said it. But generally speaking, he's a very, very good free throw shooter. Made 1 for 2. Here's Nathaniel spinning, taking it to the rack, and drawing the foul. So now Marlowe will go to the line for a pair, as that foul was called on Whitten Dever.
Yeah, his first.
And that's 1 team foul on the Spartans this quarter. 4:53 to play here in the second quarter. Championship game here at the Midland Trail Conference Tournament, and the first free throw is good by Marlowe.
Marlowe had a recent game where he made 17 out of 18 free throws.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive for sure. Second one is good. A lot of different media here today, and not surprised that there is, with all this on the line for the championship game. Here's Jagger Mayville taking it strong to the rack, and he scores.
His first points.
Mayville gives the Spartans back a 4-point lead. Here's a backdoor play to Fairchild. He's cut off quickly, though. Out to Mosier. He's open for 3, and his shot is off the back iron. Riley Stewart grabs the rebound. Ahead to Cooper, and now up to Peterson. Peterson out to Stewart, to Dever. Back to Peterson. Thinks about it, now puts it on the dribble, and takes it strong to the rack. He kind of did a hesitation move, leaned one way, went the other, and stuck it up and in.
That was a good move.
6-point lead by the Spartans. 4:05 to play in the half. Trojans get the ball back out again to Dalby. He's guarded by Cooper. Guarded closely by Cooper. In fact, he gets around him, though, puts up the shot. It's short. Cooper, or Dever, has the rebound. Dever up ahead to Riley Stewart. Now Cooper has it. To the top to Peterson. Peterson's guarded by Mosier. Comes right side now to Dever around the screen. Cooper's open for 3. Short. Ball goes out of bounds, and they say it's off the Spartans. It'll be, Weber ball. 3:29 left here in the first half. Waltonville leading it by 6. This is their biggest lead of the game. Weber has led by 7. Nathaniel Marlowe has it in the corner. Still guarded by Mayville. Jukes him one way, goes the other. Can't get free because there's Peterson standing nearby too. Spartans doing a good job of help defense on Marlowe when he tries to go one way or the other.
Yeah.
Run that gimmick defense out there as they're all sagging in the lane.
It's a chess match right now.
It is. Mosier has it. Out to Dalby. Dalby down to Fairchild. You know, and as I said earlier, I know that Weber has seen a lot of this box and one and these gimmick defenses all year long, but it's just the other teams they played didn't have 2 6'5" guys implementing it, and that's what makes a difference here. Spartans have got that length to implore this type of a defense, and it's an adjustment here for the Trojans, but they're trying to figure it out as Nathaniel's got it around the screen, but there's that help defense by Riley Stewart. Now they get it down on the turnaround. The shot is up and in on Jacob Marlowe with a great shot.
Assist from his brother.
Yes, great shot on the pivot there as he turned around and knocked it down about an 8-footer.
Yeah, that was a tough shot. He's
4-point game.
He's a freshman.
Yes.
Good
Inside.
pass.
Good pass from Mayville down to Peterson on the bounce, and he put it up and in. He kind of threaded that one in there at a time. It was pretty. On the other end, Nathaniel has the ball stripped, but Fairchild picks it up. Out to Mosier. Mosier will hand it off to Dalby. He gets behind the screen, can't shoot. There's a cutter. They're looking underneath, but it's in the hands of Gage Peterson instead. It's a turnover. Up ahead to Cooper. 1:17 to play here in the first half. Here's Mayville with it to Cooper. Wants to drive. He's cut off by Mosier. Now to Peterson. Good defense by Nathaniel. Takes it in, strips him.
Yeah.
Nathaniel knocked that one away. He's got it back. He's on the move, and there's a collision with Riley Stewart. I think they're going to get Stewart on it. Let's see.
Probably.
Stewart or Mayville?
Stewart.
They got on Stewart. That's his first foul. That's 2 team fouls on Waltonville this quarter. Fairchild will inbound it for the Trojans. Got a little grabbing going on before the ball's tossed in, so both players are kind of being warned about that.
Yeah.
You never did that back when you played, did you? Did you ever grab anybody?
Grab anybody? I don't think so.
Or did you get grabbed? Here's a nice move that's by Marlowe, but he's fouled by Mayville as he went for the block. And Mayville's going to pick up his second foul of the game. And that's going to send Marlowe to the line for 2, and it stops the clock with 55 seconds left. Free throw's good. If you just joined us, Weber led by 3 at the end of the first quarter, 11-8. But this second quarter has belonged to the Waltonville Spartans. As the second one is also good.
Mayville's getting a breather. He probably needs one.
Yeah, he's getting a workout trying to keep up with Nathaniel Marlowe one-on-one out there. Absolutely. As Kyle Cooper brings it up for the Trojans, here's a handoff to Dever. Witten-Dever out to Gage Peterson. Down to 39 seconds. Here's Cooper driving to the baseline, and he got free and scored. He exploded to the basket that time.
Yeah, he's really improved his elevation. You know, he can get that shot off.
6-point lead for the Spartans. 25 seconds left. Here's Marlowe. Puts that one up over Peterson and knocks down the trifecta. That cuts the lead to 3.
That's 14 points for Marlowe.
14 of their 22.
A quiet 14.
And that's with really, really good defense on him,
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Seriously.
Nice pass.
Good pass to Peterson from Cooper, and he scores.
Gage in double figures with 10.
Half-line shot by Marlowe, and that's going to be a foul. That's going to be 3 free throws for Marlowe. As that foul is going to be called on Kyle Cooper, and that's his second. And that comes here with 0.4 of a second left here in the first half, and Marlowe will be at the line shooting 3.
Yeah, that's huge.
He was putting up a desperation shot from the half line when he got fouled.
He's 4 for 4 from the line. 5 for 5.
And generally speaking, he's the guy you don't want to foul.
Right.
If you're an opponent of the Weber Trojans.
Plus, that's Kyle Cooper's second foul.
Yeah, that's big. That's big. Got the second one.
6 for 6.
Yeah, it came with 0.4 of a second left. Got them all.
7 for 7.
2-point game. Here's the inbound. So instead of a 5-point lead at the half, the Waltonville Spartans go to the locker room with a 2-point lead at the half. As Nathaniel Marlowe sinks 3 free throws, and he's got 17 points here in the first half for the Weber Trojans. What an effort. Ron will have that and many more stats at halftime coming up here. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a few moments here at the Midland Trail Conference Championship game.
Do you have a check that needs deposited and don't have time to make a trip to the bank? No problem. With Mobile Deposit at People's National Bank, just snap a picture of the check with your smartphone, and with a couple of clicks, it's deposited into your account. Depositing a check with a PNB 2Go mobile banking app is just that easy. Just tap, snap, and deposit. Plus, it's free. Download the PNB 2Go mobile banking app today to get started. People's National Bank. We make banking easy. Member FDIC. Wireless or service fees may apply.
King City RV in Mount Vernon is your one-stop shop for maintenance and repair of your RV. Whether it's a bumper camper, fifth wheel, or motorhome, Bill Schulte and the staff at King City RV can help you. They provide winterizing of your RV, washing and waxing services, service work on brakes and tires, repair or replace awnings, service work on your slide outs, and much more. They even repair and clean horse trailers at King City RV, 801 Dogwood Drive on the south edge of Mount Vernon. Call area code 618-731-6185 for King City RV. Southern Illinois Tile and Carpet Supply in Mount Vernon is ready to help you update your home. Need new carpeting? They have many styles and colors in stock, as well as expert installation. Add beauty to your home with new hardwood or vinyl planks available at Southern Illinois Tile and Carpet. They will completely transform the look of any room in your home. Update your bathroom with a custom shower. There are many tile styles and colors to choose from. Does your kitchen need a facelift? You can get a new backsplash, flooring, and more at Southern Illinois Tile and Carpet Supply, 513 South 10th Street in Mount Vernon. Open 6 days a week.
If you have some outdoor projects that need to get done around your home or your farm, you need to get to Carter Turf and Tractor, your local Kubota dealer in Wayne County and the surrounding area. Carter Turf and Tractor is your area dealer for high-quality Kubota tractors in a variety of sizes, perfect for a landscaping business or to easily handle a variety of jobs around your home or farm. They can customize a solution for your needs. They also have the Kubota RTV utility vehicles for on-road and off-road transportation and hauling needs. When there's mowing or lawn work to be done, Carter Turf and Tractor has you covered with Exmark riding mowers and walk-behind mowers. They also feature a good selection of Echo brand brush cutters, trimmers, and chainsaws, as well as Honda and Generac generators. Come in and see for yourself at the new Carter Turf and Tractor, open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday and 8 to 2 on Saturday.
Welcome back here to Weber High School, the scene for the championship game of this year's Midland Trail Conference Tournament. I'm Randy Olson courtside along with Ron Stannard. What a ball game we got going on here at the half as the Waltonville Spartans lead it over the Weber Trojans 27-25. But man, oh man, Mr. Marlowe has come to play. Despite the good defense that Waltonville appears to be playing on him, he's finding a way to score. And
yeah, I mean, that's how good a player he is, Randy. I felt like Jagger Maybell was doing an excellent job.
Sure.
And Nathaniel, has 17 points, out 17 of their 25, but he's 7 out of 7 from the free throw line, so give him credit for that.
Mm-hmm.
So he would be your leading scorer for Weber Township with 17. Kylan Mosier has 2. Bryden Dalby has 4. And Jacob Marlowe has 2 for a total of 25. Nathaniel's the only one to shoot a free throw for Weber, so as a team they are 7 out of 7 from the free throw line.
Mm-hmm.
And they committed 6 personal fouls as a team. For the Waltonville Spartans, they committed 7 fouls as a team, and uncharacteristic of them, they are only right now 2 out of 5 from the free throw line. They're normally a very good free throw shooting team. They have 1 double-figure scorer, and that would be Gage Peterson with 10. Kyle Cooper has 7. Jagger Mayville has 2. Witten Dever has 4. Isaiah Lamke has 3, and Riley Stewart has 1.
Foul situation. Let's talk about that.
We have Bryden Dalby and Waylon Jones for Weber Township. Both have 2 fouls apiece. For the Waltonville Spartans, Kyle Cooper and Jagger Mayville both have 2 personal fouls.
Yeah, right there at the end of the half, Nathaniel Marlowe was fouled by Kyle Cooper as Marlowe tried to put up a desperation shot with less than a second left in the first half. He was trying to shoot it from the half line. And Cooper got him, was called for the foul, and Marlowe stepped up and drained all 3 free throws. So instead of this being a 5-point lead by Waltonville at the half, it is just a 2-point lead.
That was huge, but you know what? Weber's biggest lead was what, 6 or 8?
I think Weber's biggest was 7, and Waltonville's was 6. But,
there you go.
But yeah, so yeah.
So there's not a whole lot. Every stat we could give you points back to the fact this is a close basketball game.
Yeah, and you've got some players who are trying to rise to the occasion. And you said it, big players turn out in big games.
Yeah, and that's happened so far here. I mean, you got 2 double-figure scores so far in this game. Nathaniel Marlowe with 17 for Weber, and Gage Peterson with 10 for the Waltonville Spartans.
All right. Waiting for both teams to come back out on the floor. They're having some long, engaging conversations in the locker room, aren't they? We haven't seen either team come back out of the locker room yet. It's a big game. There's a lot riding on it. Both teams are state-ranked, as I said. Waltonville is still unbeaten at 16-0, and they're number 3 in the state in Class 1A. Weber is 16-2 on the season, and they are ranked number 20 in Class 1A. So we'll be back with more from Weber High School in just a moment.
When you are looking for an attorney who can give you honest and dependable advice, look no further than Olson & Reeves in Mount Vernon. At Olson & Reeves, they practice law in a variety of areas, including traffic tickets, personal injury, criminal law, as well as estate planning, wills, and probate. If you have a real estate transaction, Mount Vernon Title Company also resides inside Olson & Reeves, so you get sound legal advice. Olson & Reeves, attorneys at law, and Mount Vernon Title Company. For more information, call area code 618-316-7322.
Jagger's Doggy Daycare. Your dog's home, away from home.
Are you going on a vacation soon or perhaps a weekend getaway? Jagger's Doggy Daycare in Mount Vernon is your dog's home away from home, featuring an outside turf playground that your dog is going to love. And if your dog needs grooming or obedience training while it's here, we can handle that too. In fact, we've even got a presidential suite with flat screen TV and ceramic tile. Check it out on our website.
Jagger's Doggy Daycare.
Andrea Baker, the broker owner at King City Property Brokers, is a proud graduate of Weber High School, and she's actually a member of their Hall of Fame. Andrea is happy to sponsor this game and cheer on the local teams. At King City Property Brokers, Andrea and all of the realtors there are happy to help you with your real estate needs, whether you are a buyer or a seller. Visit their new location on Salem Road in Mount Vernon, or visit their website to see many residential homes, acreage, or commercial properties that they have listed. You can call them at area code 618-316-7331. That's King City Property Brokers in Mount Vernon.
All right, both teams are back out on the floor warming up here before the start of the second half. Want to remind you, next weekend is a big weekend of basketball coverage that we'll have for you here on AreaSports.net. These Waltonville Spartans you see warming up here on the floor, they will be going on the road for a couple of games against 2 premier 3A teams in the area. They'll go down to Marion to take on the Marion Wildcats in a game, both JV and varsity contest down in Marion next Friday night. And then on Saturday afternoon, in a varsity-only shootout, it'll be Waltonville taking on the Centralia Orphans down at Pinckneyville at their shootout, and that's a Saturday afternoon game next Saturday.
And you know, Randy, we could look it up, but even when there was only one class of basketball, now both those games might be history. I mean, that might be the first time ever.
For sure, could be. But we'll be down there for both of those contests. The Weber Trojans will have a big game. They'll go on the road this next week as they will take their team over to Wayne City to take on the Indians on Tuesday night. And then they got a big game here at home on Friday night as the Trojans will be hosting Goreville here on Friday night next week.
That is a big game.
And then they'll go to Cobden on Saturday.
They started that series with Goreville a couple of years ago where they don't play home and away in the same season, but one year Weber will go down there, and then the next year Goreville will come up here.
Mm-hmm.
And that will be a whale of a ball game.
Yeah, definitely will be. Some of you have asked if there was what the road in the postseason is going to be like, if there's any way that these teams would meet in a regional or a sectional, and actually they could not really meet until they got to a super sectional. The only way that these two teams would meet in postseason would be a super sectional, because Waltonville is part of the Cobden sectional complex, whereas Weber is part of the Red Hill sectional complex.
You think if they meet in a super, you think anybody from Jefferson County will want to go to that game?
I would say Jefferson County would be emptied out that night with everybody at Charleston at Eastern Illinois University if these two teams were to meet in the super. But that's a long way down the road. We got a lot to decide here today at the Midland Trail Conference Tournament, as Isaiah Lampke puts up a 3-ball. It won't go. Battle for the rebound. A jump ball is called between Mayville and Marlowe, and
Weber will get that because Waltonville got it to start the half.
Right. Just underway here in the third quarter. Nathaniel Marlowe had 17 points in the first half. He's got the basketball right now as he gets it over to Mosier. Now out to the top to Dalby. Dalby to Waylon Jones. Back to Mosier. Trying to take whatever the defense will give them here. Into the high post they go to Little Marlowe. Now back out to Mosier.
The other night, Nathaniel Marlowe had 17 points against Woodlawn for the entire game. He had that in the first half here.
Down underneath, somebody forgot about Waylon Jones. He was wide open. And they threaded it down to him, and he scores, and we're tied.
Yeah, he's back out there after spending some time on the bench with 2 fouls in that first half.
Right. Let's see what the Spartans do this time. Here's Mayville with it. He finds himself open, takes it to the rack, and scores. That left side was almost completely cleared out, and Mayville took it strong.
That's hard to stop because he's over the rim when he lays it in.
Marlowe for 3 on the other end. He doesn't need much room at all.
That's 20.
Waltonville has changed up their defense. They've put Peterson on him this half instead of Mayville. Let's see how that goes. Yeah. Inside it goes to Peterson. Back out to Whittendever for 3. That's off the back iron. Chased down. Who wants it? Players dive on the floor, and we may have us a scrum.
Jump.
Pretty close.
Not enough players.
Not enough players to be an official scrum, but it's a jump ball, and the ball will go back over to Waltonville. Everybody at home is laughing right now.
That's the closest thing we've had.
Yeah, well, we have our own definition of a scrum. It comes down to the number of players involved
and time.
And the length of time. And that was not quite a scrum, but it was bordering on it.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the Spartans with the basketball.
It had all the makings of a good scrum.
Yeah. Right side they go to Dever. Now out to Mayville. Out to Cooper for 3, missed it. Weber showing a zone on that half on the defensive side in the half court. Marlowe has it back the other way for the Trojans. Working against Peterson. Crossover dribble, and he gets a shot.
He's feeling it.
He is feeling it. And Gage got faked out of his shoes that time.
He works on that. He shoots a lot.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of shots.
Oh, yeah.
In practice.
Gage tries to answer himself from the elbow, and that won't go. And the rebound by the Trojans. Gage picks him up again. He's
feeling it.
He's going to back out and shoot it a little bit farther, and he missed it that time off the back iron. He knows Gage is 6'5". He knows he's got to give himself some clearance. Here's Cooper in the lane. He scores and counts the bucket. And that cuts the lead back to 1. And Cooper will have a chance to tie the game with a free throw. They give that foul to Nathaniel Marlowe.
His
That's his second. So Marlowe's got 2 for Weber, and Cooper's got 2 for the Spartans as Cooper ties the game.
Yeah, old-fashioned three-point play.
All tied at 32 as Marlowe brings it down. Shot is missed after Mayville hits the deck, and Peterson's got the rebound. 4:45 to play here in the third quarter of play. Championship game of the Midland Trail Conference Tournament. First meeting of these two teams all season long as Cooper takes it in. It's blocked, but he got it back, went back up, tried again. Nothing called, and the ball comes out of there, and Weber has the ball. Waltonville fans wanted a foul.
Well, Kyle had second chance there on his own shot again, but he just couldn't get it to fall.
Trojans have it. Marlowe with it. Around the screen. Comes over on the right side to Dalby. Back to Mosier. Mosier going up against Peterson, and that one's blocked by Gage. He comes away with it. Out to Cooper. Cooper is guarded by Nathaniel Marlowe. Here's Mayville. He's open again. Takes it strong and missed it, but drew the foul against Mosier. That left side has kind of cleared out when they run that. And Mayville finds himself with a driving lane.
Second foul on Mosier.
And Mayville will try to make him pay at the line. Jagger Mayville makes a free throw. Again, he is just a sophomore, and if you've watched us broadcast many Waltonville games this year, and we've done quite a few, we always lament the fact that he developed so much in the offseason from his freshman year to his sophomore year. Improved his game so much because he didn't hardly see the floor at all last year as a freshman, except maybe in a mop-up role, but he's a very important part of the team this year.
He's been a real difference maker for them this year.
Yeah, he's worked hard on his game, so he's earned it. Here's Dalby with it now for the Trojans. Comes over here to Little Marlowe, now to Nathaniel Marlowe. Skip it over to Waylon Jones. Jones guarded by Lampke. Back out to Dalby. He'll drive on Cooper. He's cut off. Comes back out to Little Marlowe, and he'll hand it to Mosier. 3:13 to play in the third quarter. Shot from Mosier is off the back iron. Cooper with the rebound. Here come the Spartans. Cooper in the paint. Gets it up over Nathaniel Marlowe, and that's going to be 3 on Marlowe, I think.
Yep.
And that's the danger of having your player guard Kyle Cooper, is because he penetrates so often that there is a danger in that defender picking up fouls like they just did. And that's 3 on Nathaniel. He's going to have to watch it as Cooper makes the free throw.
Yeah, I mean, Cooper can get to the line on just about any player. And he's a very good free throw shooter.
Got them both. And timeout is called by the Weber Trojans. Timeout on the court with 3:01 to play here in the third quarter. A lot of basketball left to be played. We'll be back with more in just a moment on AreaSports.net.
At Ohana Heating and Air, we treat you like family because to us, you are. Whether it's keeping your home cozy during the winter or cool in the summer, Ohana's team is here to provide top-notch service every time. With expert technicians, affordable pricing, and a commitment to your comfort, we make sure your HVA system runs like new. Ohana Heating and Air, where quality meets care. Call today for your free estimate at 472-4738.
All right, we are back here at Weber High School for the championship game, and this is a great back-and-forth affair here, Ron.
It is, Range. It's a great basketball game. Very entertaining.
Again, you got to be careful. Nathaniel Marlowe with 3 fouls now because they got to have him on the floor.
He's the only person in the game for either team that has 3 personal fouls. He also has 22 points.
I would say that he probably won't be guarding Kyle Cooper anymore, so Weber will have to change up their defense on Cooper.
Yeah, they really can't put him back on him.
No, so Nathaniel will be guarding somebody else.
Too valuable at the other end.
Right. Trojans have the basketball as Mosier brings it across, and he gets it over to Jacob Marlowe. Now back out to the top to Waylon Jones. They've got Jagger Mayville back on Nathaniel Marlowe again. He was guarding him in the first half. They took Peterson off of him and put Mayville back.
Jagger has 2 fouls.
Yes. Peterson's on Mosier. Here's Marlowe with it. He puts it up over Mayville, and he knocks it down. There's not much you can do about that. Had a hand in his face.
He was all over him. He just drilled it.
Hand in his face from 6'5" Jagger Mayville, and he knocked it down anyway. All you can do is tip your hat.
Yeah, that's 25 for Marlowe.
Yeah, 25 of their 35. And that's a 1-point game again. Here's Mayville with it. The left side was not cleared out this time for him, so he brought it back out. Now to Cooper. Cooper to Mayville. To Dever. Dever to Lemke. To Cooper again. He'll drive inside, goes up strong, and scores as he took it in against Waylon Jones. 3-point lead again.
That's 14 points for Kyle Cooper.
Nathaniel Marlowe with it again for the Trojans. Takes it against Mayville. Leans inside, had it stripped. It goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Weber ball. Yeah, anytime that Nathaniel starts to make his move to the left or right, there is help defense there by the Spartans. But again, he doesn't need much room to be able to get up a shot. Just a little bit of a crease. Here's Mosier going up against Peterson. That's blocked. Cooper back the other way. In transition for the Spartans. Left it short. There's Witten Dever with a rebound. Can't put it up. Comes back out to Peterson instead. Peterson will hand it off, and they'll reset it out front to Cooper. 1:09 left here in the third quarter. Mayville has it to Peterson. Running a lot of motion right now. Looking for a cutter. Boy, wide open there was Lamke, but he didn't take the shot, and that's a steal. It's picked off by Dalby. Dalby all the way down with a layup, and it's good. That cuts the lead to 1. 38-37. Trojans playing in front of their home court crowd, even though they're the visitors on the scoreboard. It's a 1-point game against the undefeated Waltonville Spartans as Mayville scores in the paint. Good turnaround that time by Jagger. 25 seconds left here in the third quarter. Long three. Oh, it rimmed out. It would have tied it, but it spun out of there by Nathaniel Marlowe. He's got 25 points in the game. Here's Mayville with it. Back out to Peterson. Over to Dever. Out to Jagger Mayville again. Now Cooper will put one up. A 3-ball. It's short. And the horn sounds, and that is the end of 3 quarters of play. What a basketball game we have here in the championship contest of this year's Midland Trail Conference Tournament. After 3, it's Waltonville 40, Weber 37, and we'll be back on a quarter in just a moment.
When choosing a bank, it's important to know that local matters. Local people making local decisions that support our local communities. That's why Community First Bank of the Heartland is proud to be Jefferson County's hometown bank. With branch locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, and Dix, we make it convenient to serve all of your banking needs. Call us today at 244-3000 and let us know how we can assist you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back here at the championship game, Randy Olson along with the Ron Stannard. Ron, what'd you think of that third quarter? That was back and forth again, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Waltonville did win the quarter by 1 point, 13-12, and they have a 3-point lead as we head into the fourth quarter. This has been everything we thought it would be, Randy.
Yeah, indeed it has been. Again, I'll remind viewers that there are only 4 undefeated teams left in the entire state of Illinois, and the Waltonville Spartans are one of them.
Yeah.
They come in here at 16-0.
They got 8 minutes to go with a 3-point lead.
Right.
To stay undefeated.
Ranked 3rd in the state in Class 1A, but these Weber Trojans, 16-2, ranked number 20 in the state in Class 1A. And the Trojans have the ball first to start this fourth and final quarter. Well, let's see what happens. Nathaniel Marlowe has the basketball. It's guarded by Jagger Mayville. Crossover dribble. Trying to get himself a shot. Goes inside. Beautiful feed that time. Down underneath to Dalby, and he put it up and in.
Marlowe double teamed and found the open man.
You know, that's the other part of his game that doesn't get appreciated as much as it should, is his passing ability. On the baseline, Kyle Cooper. How about that move?
Great move.
Kyle Cooper taking it strong on the baseline. Nice spin move, a little head fake, and put it up and in.
When he got the ball, he had 3 defensive players between him and the basket, and he winds up laying it off the glass.
He found a way to get it to the window, that's for sure. And here's Marlowe back the other way. His shot's deflected, grabbed by Peterson. And the Spartans have it, and they'll bring it back the other way. 3-point lead with 6:56 to go in the game. Riley Stewart is back in the game for the Spartans, number 24. Gets it out to Peterson.
Oh,
for 3. He buries it. That's ginormous for Waltonville. 6-point lead.
13
Timeout.
points for Peterson.
Timeout on the court. 6:46 to go. 6-point lead for Waltonville. This equals their largest lead, and we're in 30 seconds. Oh, boy, what a basketball game we got here. Hey, if you're watching us this afternoon, whether it be on our website or on our YouTube channel, hop on our Facebook page, AreaSports.net on Facebook. Give us a follow, and then use Facebook Messenger to send us a message. Let us know where you're watching from and who you're rooting for as Mosier misses the turnaround.
You know, Randy, Gage Peterson did not score in that third quarter, and he just knocked down that 22-foot jump shot.
That was a huge shot here. Gives them a little bit of breathing room, but you know that this game is not over. Weber's got another run left in him, particularly with Nathaniel Marlowe on the floor. A lot of time left, 6:19 to play, as Cooper has it out front.
Yeah, Waltonville with a chance to take probably their biggest lead of the game here.
They're going to be a little patient here. Mayville thought about the shot, but passed it up. Here's Cooper trying to drive along the baseline. He does, and he gets fouled. He is so good along that baseline. Yeah. So good.
Hard to stop. That's 3 fouls on Waylon Jones.
And Cooper will be back to line with 6:01 left to play. Free throw good. Second one also good. 8-point lead for the Spartans, their biggest of the day. Under 6 minutes left to play. Here is Nathaniel Marlowe. We got a collision, and we got a blocking foul called on Witten Dever.
Oh, and a technical foul.
Yep, he slapped the floor in disgust. Witten Dever did. And you can't do that. That's called showing up the official. You can't do that. I know he was mad at himself. He wasn't necessarily mad at the official, but that's the way it was interpreted. So it's a foul, and it's also a technical.
Not a shooting foul, I don't believe. This is the technical right here.
Yeah.
I think
you're right.
Unless they said he was in the act of shooting.
Nathaniel Marlowe with the free throw, and he makes it.
Because if he was, that's what these free throws are. You shoot those first, but.
Yeah, I mean, Witten Dever was noticeably upset, that he was called for the blocking foul, but, probably more mad at himself than he was the official, and so he slapped the floor, but I've seen that call before when somebody slaps the floor.
So that's 3 fouls now on Witten Dever. He had 1. He has 3 now. That
was not a shooting foul, though. No, not a shooting foul.
So those were the technical free throws. He made 1 out of 2.
And it'll be Weber Township basketball when we come back, as Coach Anthony Lowry wants to have a few more words with the official, and then he wants to try to calm down his troops here.
That was
with 5:53 left.
Nathaniel's first miss from the free throw line, so he is now 8 out of 9.
All right, we'll be back in 30 seconds.
It's the heating season, and Wayne White Propane and Sporting Goods has you covered with fast, reliable propane delivery service for your home or farm. And if you need those propane bottles filled for your grill or camper, Wayne White Propane and Sporting Goods can do it. Looking for a wide selection of guns and ammunition? You'll find it at Wayne White Propane and Sporting Goods. You can even search online through their website at WayneWhitePropane.com. And don't forget, they also sell propane grills, smokers, and deep fryers at Wayne White Propane and Sporting Goods.
Definitively.
All right, we are back here at the championship game. A lot of basketball left here, Ron, even though it's a 7-point lead for Waltonville, 5:53 to play.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll see how both teams respond after that technical. It is going to be Weber basketball coming out of the timeout, as they'll have it right here at midcourt.
Yeah, that's a result of that technical foul. They're going to get it across on the scores table.
Right. Nathaniel Marlowe has the basketball for the Trojans. Now to Dalby. Swing it over to Jones. Jones back to Marlowe. He's guarded by Mayville. And back out to Dalby. Now remember, they kind of lulled them asleep a little while ago, and they had a wide open look underneath the basket. A lot of motion going on out there for the Trojans.
That's over and back.
It is.
Yep.
It was not touched by a defender. That is over and back. It'll be Waltonville ball as a result of the turnover.
Yep.
See, you blew your whistle and called it again from up here.
Yeah. That's what you're telling yourself out there, really, Rand. As soon as they touch this ball, blow your whistle.
Yes. Here's Witten Dever with the basketball. Out to Jagger Mayville. Over to Cooper. He's open for three. Boom! And he knocks it down.
7-point fourth quarter for Kyle Cooper.
10-point lead for the Spartans. 4:53 to play.
Good defense by Mayville.
Trojans need points. Who are they going to go to? Probably going to go to Nathaniel Marlowe, but that's a 5-second call.
It would have been, but they called timeout.
They called a timeout to bail him out because he was standing there holding the ball for very close to 5 seconds. Mosier was, as he had picked up his dribble. And Coach got the timeout. Coach Helm got the timeout and bailed him out. Here with 4:53 left. We're going to just keep it right here for now on this one. 10-point lead. And if you're Weber, you got to just not lose your composure, though, and because there's still time.
Absolutely.
But they need to score in this possession.
Yeah, there's plenty of time.
Because
if they got a run left in them, they'll be right back in it.
Yeah, they need to score right here to get it back down into single digits if you're Weber.
But Waltonville's kind of arrived at this 10-point lead like paper cuts. They didn't have a big run to get there. They just a little bit here, a little bit there, and next thing you know, they're up by 10.
Good way to describe it. Paper cuts. Yep. Well, the crowd is definitely into the game on both sides.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't ask for a better atmosphere here this afternoon for this championship game. Spartans trying to remain unbeaten and go to 17-0 prior to their big games next weekend against both Marion and Centralia. Here's Nathaniel Marlowe. The three ball on the way. It's no good. That ball was tipped out there by Mosier and then grabbed by the Spartans.
Yeah, that ball was already below the rim when he tipped it.
Here's Riley Stewart with it to Mayville. He'll drive, put up the jumper, short. Mosier goes high to get the rebound for the Trojans. Ahead to Marlowe. And that ball's picked off. Knocked away and picked up by Dever. Dever will take it strong, too strong.
Cooper.
Back up by Cooper, no good. And on the rebound, we got a jump ball called. Possession arrow will leave it with Waltonville.
Yeah, so the next one will go to Weber.
Cooper gets it into Mayville.
Threw it away.
Tried to throw it to Stewart, but he threw it out of bounds. Turnover will give it back to the Trojans. Well, Weber needs to get it down to single digits if they're going to creep back in here. And there's the guy that's going to try to do it, Nathaniel Marlowe. He's got 26 points on the game. He's working against Mayville. He puts up the shot off the back iron. Cooper with a rebound.
Well, Cooper for a guard, he gets a lot of rebounds.
He gets in position. He knows where the ball's coming off and gets into position. He studies the game. Here's Mayville with it.
They can run clock now.
Yes, they can. They don't have to get in a hurry at all, up 10. They can take
Weber's
going to
have to foul. I mean, just run clock.
And Weber only has one team foul this quarter, so they've got 4 fouls to give before they send them to the line. They got to start thinking about that, too.
Yep.
Here's Mayville with it. We're down to 3:19 left. Peterson with the basketball. There's a cutter. It's Riley Stewart, and he gets fouled. Well, you wanted to foul him, but you didn't want to foul him in the act of shooting.
Yeah, I think that's on Jacob Marlowe. It is. It's his first foul.
So that'll send Riley Stewart to the line. Stewart's kind of been their super sub off the bench this year.
No, missed it.
He's a 6-foot junior. Another one on the way. That one rolled off. Peterson got the rebound, though. He chased it down and then gets fouled by Mosier. Well, that's not a bad foul, though, because that adds to the team total. So that's 3 team fouls for Weber. So they still have 2 more to give before they send Waltonville to the line. We're down to 3:13 left.
Mosier's 3rd foul.
Here's the inbound to Mayville. Mayville guarded by Little Marlowe. Now into Peterson. In the corner to Cooper. Yeah, they're going to take their time here. They spread the floor a little bit.
Yeah.
Make Weber come out and get them. Inside Peterson in the paint, goes up strong, scores. When he catches it that deep, usually something good's going to happen for Waltonville. Either he's going to score or he's going to get fouled. And there's Nathaniel Marlowe having that ball blocked. Cooper is off to the races, all the way down, and it rolls off. And on the rebound, we've got, is that goaltending?
He's calling it that, yeah.
He's calling goaltending.
Who was that, Cooper?
The goaltending was actually on Weber, so the goaltending would have to be on, I assume, Marlowe or...
Yeah, I don't know. I'm giving the bucket to Cooper because I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah, Cooper's the one who got the shot. Here's Mosier for 3. No, that won't go. Rebound by Cooper. Yeah, they said the ball was in the cylinder when it was touched, so they counted as a basket for Waltonville.
That is a basket.
Yep. And now the Spartans are definitely going to run clock, up by 14 with 2:12 left. Mayville has it.
Who would have thought you'd see a 14-point lead in this game?
No. About 2 minutes ago, I would never have thought that. And that's going to be a foul.
I think that's on Mosier. That'll be his 4th.
And that's 4 team fouls, so 1 more, and Waltonville will be shooting.
These 2 teams are going to meet again, Randy, in 10 days.
Yep.
And
there'll be some excitement in that one, too.
Yeah.
And that's going to be here, right?
I think it's here. They're going to have
last year they played at Waltonville, so it'll be here.
February 5th, that's a makeup game.
So we'll have an instant replay that night. And the regular season championship will likely be on the line that night.
Yeah, I would think so.
And there's the 5th foul, and that foul is going to go against Jacob Marlowe, and that'll send Jagger Mayville to the line, as the Spartans will be there the rest of the way. With 1:53 left, and Mayville buries it. Well, I can tell you, the way this is shaping up, the final score will not be indicative of how close this game has been.
No, it will not.
Whatsoever. As both teams have led back and forth throughout. Mayville gets the second one.
I'll tell you, both teams have laid it on the line today.
Yeah, they played hard. There's Marlowe for 3. Boom, write it down. He can do it. He strokes another one.
That was an NBA three-pointer right there.
Long one out there. Stops the
clock.
That was a
Caitlin Clark three-pointer.
That was out there. Yeah, it was. Volleyball line variety. 1:45 to go in the ball game.
Logo three-pointer.
The lead is cut to 3, and we'll be right back.
Jagger's Doggy Daycare. Your dog's home, away from home.
Are you going on a vacation soon or perhaps a weekend getaway? Jagger's Doggy Daycare in Mount Vernon is your dog's home away from home, featuring an outside turf playground that your dog is going to love. And if your dog needs grooming or obedience training while it's here, we can handle that too. In fact, we've even got a presidential suite with flat screen TV and ceramic tile. Check it out on our website.
Jagger's Doggy Daycare.
Well, let's reset it. We're going to give you an idea just how close this game has been throughout. After the first quarter, Weber led it 11-8. At halftime, Waltonville led it by 2, 27-25. Waltonville led by 3 after 3 quarters, 40-37. And they've opened up a 15-point lead, and now it's had a 16-point lead a moment ago, and now it's down to 13, 56-43. with 1:45 left.
Yeah, so far they've won this quarter 16-6.
And Weber showing full court pressure defense as the Spartans get it in. Dever to Cooper.
Don't want to foul him.
Gets it across to Mayville. Mayville's going to drive and put it up on the rim, but it comes off. Trojans back the other way. There's Mosier open for a layup, and he scores. That cuts it to 11. And the press is still on. Into Peterson, now Dever. Ahead.
Weston Rose out there.
Weston Rose, yep. He was the recipient of the pass there, and now a foul's called, and that's going to send the Spartans back to the line, and it'll be Witten Dever going there with 1:10 left. Well, nobody's left the gym. Everybody's still hanging in there.
We still got, all tournament team stuff.
Oh, yeah, got all that too, you bet. Riley Stewart's going to check back in for Weston Rose.
You know, Waltonville usually shoots better from the line as a team, but it's not going to hurt them, don't look like today.
Missed that one too as Mosier gets the rebound. Here comes Marlowe. Up the floor, long three over Jagger. He got it. Didn't matter. Jagger was right in his face, and it still didn't matter. 8-point game. He's a shooter, isn't he?
There he is, man. He's got 30-something.
He's lethal. Got 32 in the game so far. And what we got? Timeout, Waltonville. Timeout with 49 seconds to play. They wanted to make sure they didn't get a 10 count against them there. The lead has been cut to 8. And we'll be back with more in 30 seconds.
Do you have a check that needs deposited and don't have time to make a trip to the bank? No problem. With Mobile Deposit at People's National Bank, just snap a picture of the check with your smartphone, and with a couple of clicks, it's deposited into your account. Depositing a check with a PNB 2Go mobile banking app is just that easy. Just tap, snap, and deposit. Plus, it's free. Download the PNB 2Go mobile banking app today to get started. People's National Bank. We make banking easy. Member FDIC. Wireless or service fees may apply.
Stay with us after the game. We will have the trophy presentations to both teams and also the announcement of the all-tournament team. So you want to stick around for all of that. Spartans trying to get it in as they throw it deep to Jagger Mayville, and he goes up and scores as he got it up over Jacob Marlowe. 10-point game. Here's Nathaniel Marlowe for three. Nope, Peterson with a rebound. And that's going to be a foul on Weber against Dalby, and we'll walk to the other end, and Spartans will shoot some more free throws. Well, I know who's going to get the shoe award in this game. The shoe award's going to have to go to Kylan Mosier, man. Look at those shoes that Mr. Mosier has on here this afternoon. Those are bright. He definitely gets the shoe award today.
With 36 seconds to go, he gets the shoe award.
Yeah. Free throw is up and in. Yeah, the votes are all in. The votes are all in. He's got the shoe award.
Votes being mine and yours.
Yeah. You're not supposed to tell people that. Second one is also good.
Of course, it's only a matter of time till that lends itself to a tie, and then I don't know what we'll do.
Yeah. Here's Marlowe for three, and he gets fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line for 3 free throws. As those free throws were made on the other end by Waltonville for a 12-point lead, and now Nathaniel Marlowe will get 3 of them for Weber. He doesn't miss too many, but he missed that one.
No, he does not.
Weston Rose is going to be checking in for Waltonville here in a second. Got that one. Now here comes Rose into the game. He's going to come in for Stewart.
These teams are going to be tired. Man, they have played hard.
Yes, they have. They should sleep well tonight. That one is in and out, and Peterson has the rebound for the Spartans. To Cooper. Now to Dever. They got to get it across. Wide open is Rose. Down to Mayville. Back to Dever. They're chasing. 15 seconds left. And that's going to be a foul. And the Trojans are running out of time here.
Fourth on Waylon Jones.
So it'll be Wittendever at the line. This was a 3-point game at the end of 3 quarters. And it's ballooned up to 12 right now as Dever hits the free throw. And the Spartans led by as many as 16 during this quarter. So again, the final score is not going to be indicative of how close this basketball game has been. As Brendan Klingler comes in for Wittendever. And Dever gets a nice round of applause. Marlowe for 3. That won't go. Back out for another one. Nope. Mosher gets the rebound. He'll stick it back up and in. That's going to be the ball game. The Waltonville Spartans have won the championship of the Midland Trail Conference Tournament as they outlast the Weber Trojans 62-51. This is just kind of a special year that's brewing here for the Waltonville Spartans. You can sense that.
Yeah.
And they are now 17-0 on the season. Came in ranked number 3 in the state in Class 1A. And they'll take that undefeated record on the road next weekend against 2 very, very high-quality Class 3A basketball teams. And that will be another measuring stick for them. But they passed this measuring stick, this challenge today, against an outstanding Weber Trojan team who gave them all they wanted, that's for sure. Trojans will drop to 16-3 on the season. We'll have the trophy presentations here, as I said, as well as the all-tournament team.
Year 25, second place, Midland Trail, goes to Weber Trojans. And your 2025 Midland Trail champions are the Waltonville Spartans.
And the Spartans will get the trophy. Jagger Mayville comes over to get it. And they're all excited there in the huddle of the Waltonville Spartans. Again, we'll have announcement of the all-tournament team now. We'll follow along with public address announcer, athletic director Matt Strain.
From Red Hill, Marcus Davis.
Marcus Gates from Red Hill.
From Grayville, Jake Hossman.
Hossman from Grayville.
From Wayne City, James Walker.
James Walker from Wayne City. James is here.
From Woodlawn, Tyson Frick.
Tyson Frick from Woodlawn. Not sure if he's still here or not.
From Woodlawn, Luke McKay.
Luke McKay from Woodlawn.
From Weber, Kylan Mosher.
Kylan Mosher from Weber.
From Waltonville, Wittendever.
Waltonville, Wittendever.
From Waltonville, Gage Peterson.
Gage Peterson from Waltonville.
Weber, Nathaniel Marlowe.
Nathaniel Marlowe from Weber.
And your 2025 Midland Trail Conference All-Tournament Team MVP from Waltonville, Kyle Cooper.
And Kyle Cooper is the MVP of the tournament. There you have it, your all-tournament team this year from the Midland Trail Conference, and your MVP, Kyle Cooper. So congratulations to all of those players. Some of them were not here because their teams have already departed to go home. Ron is working on our post-game stats here. Weber High School has done a phenomenal job of hosting this tournament. They really have. It's been well done, well organized all week long. We appreciate the hospitality room and the setup that we have here at midcourt to give you at home a great view of our camera angle so that you can see all the action clearly. And Ron, you've got some stats there.
I do.
What's your reflections on this game? Quite a fourth quarter there by Waltonville. As otherwise, they broke open what had been a really tight basketball game.
Yeah, for 3 quarters, I mean, this was anybody's game, and Waltonville just, I mean, showed their mettle and why they're 16-0 in that fourth quarter.
And now they're 17-0.
Yeah. They got a big weekend coming up. And these two teams will meet again.
Yeah, in 10 days.
On February 5th in a makeup game.
Right.
Weber Township made 9 out of 12 free throws, and all of those free throws were shot by Nathaniel Marlowe. Nobody else shot a free throw for Weber. So he was 9 for 12 from the line individually. The Trojans committed 16 personal fouls. Nathaniel Marlowe led his team in scoring here today with 33 points. He was the only double-figure scorer. Bryden Dalby had 8. Kylan Mosier had 6. Waylon Jones had 2, and Jacob Marlowe had 2. Total of 51. For the Waltonville Spartans, they committed 10 personal fouls in this contest. They were 15 out of 22 from the free throw line. They had 3 players in double figures, led by Kyle Cooper, who was the MVP of the conference tournament. He had 23 points. Gage Peterson had 15 points. Jagger Mayville had 12. Witten Dever had 8 points. Isaiah Lamke 3 points, and Riley Stewart 1 for a total of 62.
Well, you know, this challenge today that Waltonville passed against Weber really is a great challenge, coming at a good time as they head into that next weekend against both Marion and Centralia. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. I mean, this Weber Township team, I don't know. Many people didn't know what to expect. They had a really great team last year.
Mm-hmm.
People weren't sure what they had this year. You know, they were thinking, well, we got Nathaniel Marlowe and that's it. But that has turned out to not be the case. This is a very good basketball team. And Waltonville showed their mettle, too, by hanging in there, you know, and just barely being ahead at every quarter stop as an undefeated team and then getting the job done in that fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm. You know, and in all fairness to Weber, they had to figure out how to play this year with kind of a new group of kids, you know, because they didn't have they lost some good guys in graduation last year. You know, they lost the big man inside, and then Dylan French and some others, and so, you know, they were kind of retooling it this year as far as you know, that mixture, that combination of players to go along with Nathaniel Marlowe. And as you pointed out earlier, they lost that first game of the year down at the Christopher Thanksgiving tournament, and really didn't look too sharp in that game. I mean, let's be honest, they didn't, and I think Coach Helm will admit that they didn't look very good in that game.
You know,
but man, have they really turned it around, and they have figured it out, and they are a very, very good basketball team.
Yeah, they are. I mean, Randy, both these teams won a regional tournament last year, and I don't think anybody will be surprised if they both win a regional again this year as well.
Right. And again, they're going to be in separate regionals.
Yeah.
They're going to be in separate sectionals, in fact. So the only way that these two teams would ever meet in postseason, like I said, would be in the super sectional, because they're going in opposite directions as far as the postseason play is concerned, because Weber is part of the Red Hill sectional complex and Waltonville is part of the Cobden sectional complex.
Yeah, Weber will have to go through a gauntlet to get there. First one that comes to mind is Effingham St. Anthony.
Yeah, St. Anthony, Casey Westfield. That's kind of the teams that will be on that side of the sectional. And, you know, Waltonville will have to deal with teams like Steelville and Oakville and Woodlawn, of course.
Goreville,
Meridian. You know, those are teams that are all going to have something to say about all this. Yeah,
that Weber-Goreville contest should be a good one.
Yeah, the regionals in Waltonville's side are at Marissa and Christopher. So while we know the regional locations, we still don't know the assignments of which regional you're going to be sent to. But we know that Waltonville will end up going either to Marissa or Christopher for a regional, and then ultimately the Cobden sectional. The other part of that is regionals in Goreville and Crab Orchard. So those two regionals will also feed in to what will be the Cobden sectional. Weber, on the other hand, they host a regional here. So Weber gets to host a regional in this building this year. So you would feel like that Weber would certainly be favored to come out of here with a regional championship this year.
You feel like there's probably a Waltonville-Goreville game in a sectional coming.
Possibly, or Meridian or whatever.
Those two teams played in the championship of the Cesar-Valier Holiday Tournament.
And then if Weber is successful in winning a regional here that they host and they move on to the Red Hill sectional, they could run into any one of a number of teams. They could run into Dietrich, who's very good this year, South Central, North Clay, Edwards County, and then you mentioned St. Anthony and Casey Westfield. So, again, that's kind of the road that you're looking at for these teams this year in postseason. We still got a long ways to go before we get to that. I mean, there's still 1/3 of the season left, but you can kind of see how things are kind of bubbling up and kind of moving along here as we start to move that direction. But big test today passed by the Waltonville Spartans. But you know what? I think even with the loss today, I think the Weber Trojans will get better from this game today.
Yeah.
A lot better.
Yeah, they went toe-to-toe with them for 3 quarters.
They did.
Yeah.
And despite the defense that Waltonville was playing on Nathaniel Marlowe, he knocked down how many points?
33.
33 points, you know.
17 the first half, 16 the second half.
Heck of a ball game.
They made some adjustments and held him to point last second half.
Yeah, there you go.
He didn't get as many as he did the first half.
Oh, boy. All right, well, anything else you want to
add? No, I can't think of anything.
Okay.
I mean,
well, again, we thank everybody here at Weber High School for the hospitality and the organization that they had, the number of volunteers that they pulled this off with. They did an outstanding job, and it's been a great week of basketball. And
kudos to Matt Strain.
Yeah, he's done a great job here as the athletic director. So, kudos to him. So, for Ron Standard, this is Randy Olson saying thanks so much for watching and reminding you again, the final score here today from Weber, it was the Waltonville Spartans defeating the Weber Trojans in the championship game of the Midland Trail Conference Tournament, 62-51, and so long from Bluford.